up today. Sorry for being a little bit late. We're getting really warm weather in Warwick at the moment. So I'm staying well hydrated. Anyway, so the title of this one is Frame and Glory, but framed in some brackets because I'm extra. Basically, what we're doing, if you will remember from the last one, I talked about this failed photo frame. It's not finished at all, this one, because when I built it, I didn't measure the steel on the back. So essentially when the photo frame sat on the ground to hold the photo, you would have held it at a weird angle, way too far back. So we're gonna have another attempt at making a photo frame holder, except this time I'm gonna be a little bit more artistic, or at least try to. And to do that, we have 3 bits of little steel. So the same gauge that we used in the last one, 6mm, round stock. The idea is just triangle again, but what I'm going to do, and I have done it before and it has actually turned out quite nice, because basically when I was building a calendar sort of holder, I flattened out the ends, and the idea was that they were going to fold over a piece of steel that was going to hinge. That didn't work. So essentially what I ended up doing was I hammered them out into almost a leaf shape and then fold them over one another twice. So one went that way, one went the other way, and it actually looked quite nice. So what I'm planning on doing is that apex at the top is going to be folded over like that, and at the bottom maybe the same, maybe not the same. So we're going to see what happens, but there is going to be a twist in it. There's always a twist. I love twisting metal. So I've got my trusty vise ready for it. But basically, it's just going to be a real simple triangle at the top, like that at the bottom. And you'll notice that there is also another piece of steel. This chunky bad boy. So crowbar and cut it up. So that's going to be turned into a drift for the larger hammer that we're working on. That's probably just going to be annealed, maybe hammered today, but today we're basically just working on the photo frame. So I shall fire up the forge, and we'll get to talking shit and smacking steel. So, first of all, just turn that on. Just play around with it. Like I said, this forge is great, but you got to play around with it when you turn the gas on sometimes. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. There we go. That's on. And that's all. Nice. Right. So you may also notice, because I didn't talk about it in the last video, but it's hard to find good tongs anywhere. I got 2 different tongs for Christmas. Now these guys aren't a sponsor, but Vevor seems to be the only, that brand there, they seem to be the only ones that make sort of reliable tools that you can use for blacksmithing. But basically, I'm going to give these ones a test today because they got that nice little lip there. So they should hold on to this round stock quite nicely. We'll see. Give it a test. It's just a little bit too big, but I can hold it side on. Nice. So we'll do that. But it has been very warm in Warwick lately. It's 36 degrees today, I think. I moved away from tropical Queensland to get away from weather like this, and here I am, sweating still. Scout. See how we go. The grand plan I got is that this will work. I don't know if it will. We're about to see. We are about to see. out quite well. Hammer tool, that's the thumbnail on this video, is the hammer. It turned out quite nicely. I made a post about it on YouTube and everything. Also said I was supposed to be on yesterday, but I never was. But here I am now. So, that's it. Look at that. Work just like this supposed to. So basically, it's just that. We're just flattening out each end and trying to keep them. So see how that one's got that lip underneath it? The other one will be opposite, so that way when I fold them over, it doesn't look all cattywampus. So that's just got to be cleaned up a little bit, flattened out a little bit more. But yeah, you know how I said this hammer keeps coming undone? It's getting worse now. It's coming undone with nearly every strike. So I'm going to need to replace the handle eventually, and still have not found a reliable source of handles in southwest Queensland. Everything's either an axe handle or a rake handle, and they're too thick. So I kind of just got to figure it out as I go along. But that's where we're at. I think new Tom's working quite well. Quite well with me. Round stock can be a bit of a pain in the ass to work with, but because it rotates, and square stock, you always know if you grab it on one of the square sides, it will remain square. Round stock is you've got to be very careful about how you grab it, but nice setup. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's quite well. The only thing it's missing is a fan. It's really hot in here. And because it's a shed in Queensland, everyone in their infinite wisdom, when they build sheds in Queensland, don't put insulation in the roof for some reason. So all the heat is just, it's radiating down, it's radiating from there, and it's hot outside in general. There's no wind. I'm just sweating a lot right now. Hopefully that should keep us nice and square. Yep. Longer ones will go at the top, at the apex, and the little ones will wrap around the shaft at the bottom. Hopefully it works, we'll see. This one's nearly done. That's one of the sides of the triangle nearly finished. There's nowhere near one enough for that one. Like I was saying in the last video, big steel needs big time for big heat. So Yes, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie indeed. I really wish our nation had a better chance than that, but it's all we got for now, so. That's fine. All good. Well, I'll see if we can give this one a bit of a clean up here. That's a problem. Like I said, round stock. Really likes to rotate, and it's can be quite tricky to work with when it wants to rotate. But I'll clean up this end, and then basically that's what we got. We got that, and then that's the little one, that's the big one. Clean up this end, and then we'll square it all the way along the shaft, and then we'll put a twist in it because we always like to twist our metal, and then we'll start on the next one. So repetition, do it again. And so these ones good, but not really working the way I want them to, so it will work perfect for larger stuff, not really 6mm. So I know that confusion now. So I'm going to switch them out for some of my original tongs that I got. Let's see how that goes. Anyway, also, I know I said I was going to make tongs for the Crucible. These are perfect. I'll just finish this up, then check this shit out. You'll be impressed. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's really cool. So, you know how we have this for just melting small batches of copper and stuff. It fits so perfect in there. I'm just going to put my hand under it, just in case I'm not holding it enough, but I can, and look, that will slide right underneath, and then I can pick it up while it's full of molten metal and even pull with it. Perfect. It's so good. In fact, I have an ingot one. I have a little bit of copper just sitting around. We will melt a little bit of copper later just to test it out. I haven't tested it out yet, and I really want to. Get that out of the room. Put you there. Grab you. What I'll do is take it out of the forge with these and you grab it with these. 5% of the time it works every time. Very quickly becomes very annoying with that. Because it always, no matter how grippy your tongs are, if it's small stuff, it really, really, really likes to slip out. Remember, straighten as you go. Because I'm sweating so bad. It is so hot right now. Straighten as you go, you're going to cause yourself so many more headaches later. Alright, that's ready for twisting. So we've got to heat up along the entire length of the shaft before we twist it. In the meantime, we'll make a little tiny adjustment to that, and then see the scale and everything crumbling with that real nice. That's our twist. So now we just need to straighten it, and that part's ready for the next part, which is assembly. After all of them are done, of course. Put back in. Right here. I think I might have just enough. Sweat's just evaporating straight off that steel there. It takes very little time to heat up and very little time to straighten, so long as you're being delicate. If you're too overzealous with your hammer strikes, you can very quickly make a mess of something if you're trying to straighten it. That's about. You can see here at the top, that's kind of offset from the middle. I just want to fix that. All I'm going to do is just heat up just about there where my finger is, put it in the vise and literally just lift it a tiny bit. Because I learned the hard way, every lesson I've learned is the hard way. If you hit it with a hammer, you're going to overdo it, especially when it's full. So, alright, grab this one out. See how we go on the edge, keep it straight. Just delicate little hammer strikes. Otherwise we'll overdo it. Yeah, still a bit of a banana. Squared, it's straight-in-ish, and now it just needs a twist. Okay, I'll put this one twice. Up there. Give it a little tiny up. Down a little bit. I may have to use a hammer for that. And I need to chuck these in the quenching bucket because they're hot. They hurt my hands. Yeah, just a little tiny hammer strike. Way to get the rust off the motor. So these ones, I'm pretty sure they just need a twist. Down. Yeah, then we just need to straighten the other one. See how much I'm sweating. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I've got shit on my face. That's the beauty of this. I have like a mirror right here. I'm sweating. It's hot. But we're having fun. Yeah. contact with metal. Seriously, if you think about giving this stuff a go, give it a go. It is good fun. It's very good fun. That's straight. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, let's go there. Sick. Almost done. Alright, onto the small stuff. Oh, there. That's hot right here too. Looking hot everywhere. All we're going to do with this small section here is I'm going to put a ribbon tape on the outsides. So ribbon taper basically means it keeps its thickness but just comes to a point. Not comes to a point. Keeps its thickness, so still maintaining that 6mm, but we're coming out to a flat section. Kind of like what I did there, except it's not flaring out, because I want it to flare out because it's got a bit more artistry about it. But on this bottom one, because it's going to be just a really simple scroll underneath as the feet, and then those little parts on the two that I've just made, they're going to wrap around this bottom part, wrap around the shaft. That's the idea. I've got my head. I've got no idea what legs I'm going to put on it. We'll figure that out. So maybe we'll recycle that other bit, because we've got to use it for something. Can't just let it sit there forever. Right, transfer to some wires. Hold onto it tight. I'm just going to square it up first. You're going to keep hearing me say I'm sweating. It's hot. Very hot. Anyway, how'd everyone's Christmas go? I want to hear about it. What'd you get for Christmas? I got 2 pairs of tongs. It was great. I have been using them. Well, I used them just then. I probably will use them again today at some point. Right now, we can see thank you again. That's where we look at now. Pretty square. Pretty square. Now we need to take the bend out of it. We're going to square up this end. That's feeding the wires the whole time. I should do that. Ah, you bastard. That's just gone cable this right there. Yeah. Oh, that smells like insect repellent. There's something in my pocket that's bothering me. Anyway, that's where we're at. Sweaty, hot. I may actually have to cut this live stream short because it's quite warm. Dangerously warm. Sweating. Pretty darn bad. How's my back look? Not too bad. Oh. Okay, yeah, a little bit sweaty. It's quite hot, and I still need to round up the yard, so kids, if you want some advice from a seasoned veteran such as myself, of nothing in particular, veteran of nothing in particular, round up the little bits of grass and stuff that grow under your fence, and you don't have to whippersnip. I hate whippersnipping. I hate mowing, but I hate whippersnipping anymore. It's the worst.